The title for today's lecture is Project Selection. If you recall, till now we have considered the first stage of the life cycle of a project, and we have looked at phases like project identification, project appraisal, and the ultimate aim of this exercise is to select a suitable project so that you can implement that particular project and achieve your objectives. So today we are going to be talking about this important phase of project selection, knowing that we have already identified a number of projects and we have in fact appraised them. That means we have established many financial and other indicators for these projects. So we are going to look at this particular problem of project selection in a little greater detail. Now, the basic problem in project selection is that there are invariably a number of criteria involved, and in selecting a suitable project one has to take cognizance of this fact and also the fact that a project will not necessarily perform uniformly well on all the criteria. If this was so, then the selection would be a rather trivial exercise. So typical multiple criteria we have mentioned in a project could be the investment, the return, which could be measured in terms of the internal rate of return, the payback, the net present value, the risk of the project, which could be identified either in terms of the probability distribution of outcomes, or it could be measured on a subjective scale of high, low or medium risk, future growth prospects, similarity of the project to the existing business, and the environmental implications. So all these are instances of the various criteria which are relevant in a particular project and with which we have to deal with. Now what can be done is that this evaluation of projects, in this particular process of the evaluation of projects, as I just indicated, it would rarely be true that one project emerges as the best one on all the chosen criteria. Incidentally, if this happens, then this would be known as a dominant project, a project which dominates all the other options. If it was best on the investment front, best on all the criteria, then it would be a dominant project and should clearly be chosen. So this is the definition of dominance, you can say, some extent. However, there would be a set of, in general, there would be a set of non-dominated projects, the choice out of which is not normally easy. Why is it not easy? Because you might find, for instance, that one particular project is very good on the rate of return but is poor on the risk front. There is another project which is very good on the risk front but doesn't necessarily guarantee a very good return. Now how do you choose between these? These would become, there would be a kind of a dilemma, and in general what helps you to resolve this dilemma is the management priorities. Two various criteria could help us in decision making with regard to which project to choose and which not to choose.